Welcome everybody. In tonight's video, we'll be taking a look at a very interesting little part of my EDC world at the moment, and that is the Maxpedition pouch. Now, this is not a review of the Maxpedition pouch itself. It is my EDC kit that I keep in this. I've already done a video on this showing you all some of the various things that this little guy can hold and how much it can hold. And that was just kind of a random EDC I threw together for the video. This is going to be more of what I have as a secondary EDC, aside from my on-person carry. So, starting off, if we open this up and we reach inside the bag here, we have a railroad spike knife. And I'm just kidding, I did a little sloppy sleight of hand here. That does not fit inside this bag, obviously, but you know, hey, you gotta have a railroad spike knife. But no, in all seriousness, here is my backup EDC. Starting off with a new edition. This is, and you guys are seeing this before the full review. I just got this the other day, and oh boy, am I enjoying this. I'll probably give this to my mom for Christmas. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But these are the Knipex pliers wrench XS, extra small, or the 4-inch version here. Each little 9 here is half an inch, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches long that it is. Opens up to almost an inch, not quite. But it's a great little extra tool to have laying around, just something more than what your fingers can do. It may not necessarily be a wrench for nuts and bolts, but it's something that can pinch and pull better than your fingers. So there's that. A kind of titanium comb. Pretty sure it's titanium because I did the magnet test with it. There's a few ways you can tell if it's titanium or aluminum, and I'm pretty sure that's titanium. You probably remember this from the last video, my little way of holding the Maglite Solitaire in that little top loop right here in the pouch. So that goes in there. Backup light. Can never have too many flashlights, in my opinion. I found out you always need a few more flashlights. But some of this, and some of this has carried over from the past EDC video that I did on this, showing all the stuff that it could hold. But also this is more dedicated to what I would actually want as a backup carry for me personally. So, don't know how we can see it down in there, but nothing down in there. Nothing down in there. No more railroad spike knives. I have a video on that on my channels somewhere down in the past. I'm not great with links, so you'll have to do a little bit of searching. Sorry about that, but I do have a review on that. It's not, the steel ain't great for an edge. I'll give you a little crash course here. The steel ain't great for holding an edge, but it's sharp enough that you don't want to just mess with it all the time. I need to oil it now that I've touched it, but it's a great little knife. Got this from smkw.com, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. This is a railroad spike bayonet. Very nice little thing to have. Keep it beside the bed. You never know. I'm going to sip on some saffron agave tea that I made. Delicious. So, this video is not necessarily about the pouch here, because if you want to know more about the pouch, go look at one of my previous videos, and you'll see a full review of this pouch here specifically. But this is the stuff that I carry and how I've got it all packed in there. This being a new edition may boot something else out, not sure. Maybe I might just ditch this. We'll see how things go. Also, while I'm thinking about it, does the little trick work on this? Kind of, yeah. You can kind of do the little locky trick where you can put it in the section up here. But it might, no, it wouldn't work down here because it pushes up. But You can always do that to get extra leverage, but what I loved about the 5-inch Knipex Cobra plier sets here is that you can bump this down a few notches, slip that in, and you've got yourself a more solid wrench extension that gives you some leverage. I've gotten to be a big fan of Knipex lately. My dad bought me this one a little over a year ago. Loved it. I got my hands on one of these, got him one of these. And then I got my dad the 4-inch pliers version. Not the pliers wrench, but the 4-inch pliers version. He's got that in his little bag now. So, it's spreading. Love for this tool is spreading around the internet, and I'm loving it. But let's get into what all I carry and why I carry it. Starting off, we have my little fire tin. We have some matches, a little strike pad, a Zippo wick here, a Zippo flints, some fish hooks, and a match strike pad there that couldn't squeeze into that patch there. So, little tin for fire stuff. And I got these tins from Cracker Barrel. If you go up to their cash registers, whoops, clumsy me. If you go up to their cash registers, you'll see like these little mint tins here. You got cinnamon, maple, wintergreen, and then there's a blue one that's like just normal mint. But these are great little tins that are fantastic for just holding small things together. So that's my fire tin. A little bit of fire starting if I ever need it. We have manicure stuff. We have tweezers in here. Good little mini tweezers. Cheap tweezers, nothing fancy. My favorite nail clipper. It's kind of like the Victorinox nail clipper in a way, but it's a little different. It's not Victorinox, it's this VIA exclamation mark for travel and more. Haven't been able to find that brand, but if you happen to find it, get a couple of these because these things are pretty sweet. I have my lucky Victorinox that I found under a hotel bed like 15 years ago. This has been a great little knife to have. The light is the old red light, or it used to be they had white lights, but then they went to red lights for a little bit. Now they're on the white lights again, but they do a different size battery. This has the older, thinner battery. The newer ones have a thicker battery that it doesn't work on this anymore. So, oh well. And a small pin. And then down in here, I have several more refills of pins. Some slightly used, some new, but all the same, ready to go. Just roll them up, tuck them down in here, and I keep this around not so much for the nail trimming capabilities that it does do wonderfully, but just because it's my lucky Victorinox. I want to keep it around. But all of that packs down in there, and also go check out Nodak Knives LLC on eBay. Great knife seller. He sells some good stuff at good prices. EDC gear and for enthusiasts, a lot of swag stickers too. Go check him out. He goes by KnifeLover88 on Instagram. So feel free to go check him out. Up next is probably the best small multi-tool in the world, the SOG Power Pint. I know there's probably a few better ones out there, but really this has been fantastic, mainly for that centerline bit driving that it has. It can take 1/4-inch bits. It can use the Leatherman flat extensions, which can then use the Leatherman flat bits. Just makes it a great multi-purpose screwdriver. Got the Leatherman ratcheting kit there because it's just fantastic. And I've put some stress on that sucker and it hasn't broke. And I'm sure I could break it, but so far it has held up delightfully well. Now here's where things could get interesting later this year is Max Level EDC. Go check him out. Went to SHOT Show in Las Vegas just a little bit ago. And he was at I believe it was the Next Tool booth. NEXTOOL. And they are releasing some new tools later this year that use flat bits, and they are going to be making their own double-sided flat bits. If not double-sided, they're going to at least be the flat Leatherman style bits. So if you can't get these from Leatherman, wait, I think until about July, I think, is when they'll start coming out. You'll be able to buy some flat bits from Nextool, and I believe that they're double-sided. I could be wrong. Please don't be mad at me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they are making double-sided flat bits. So please go check that out when it comes out. I can't wait to get my hands on some of those. I'm going to try to get some when they come out. It's going to be a game changer. If you hear me go, I just took some tea. And then I have a basic slip joint mandatory knife blade to have, because you just got to have a spare knife blade sometimes. More of a beater knife, but a good one to have. And this is the partner brand Sanrenmu whatever clone of the what is it, the Boker Atlas. And this is a really good knife. I got it cheap. It's just going to be a good beater to throw away if I have to, or hand to someone that needs a knife. So there's that. Then we have the Victorinox Rambler. This is going to be my main nail care kit if I don't have this on hand. But I like this because you got the main little Phillips driver there. Works delightfully well, even on a number 1 Phillips. Main blade, very sharp. Flathead and nail file combo. And of course, Victorinox scissors. You cannot go wrong with Victorinox scissors. Even the tiny ones are really, really good. And I got this most with these scales because I use the toothpick a lot. I have some gaps in my teeth that get food stuck in them a lot, and it's just great to have a toothpick. Backup tweezers, just great bits to have. An Olight i5R EOS with the lithium rechargeable battery inside. With the battery has a Type-C adapter on it, which makes it great for recharging straight to the battery if you have a Type-C adapter. Really nice. Holds good output and good run times. This is like the best little EDC flashlight without going up into the mega lumens of like the Warrior 3 or the Baton 2 and all that. And again, just a spare backup light because I've used flashlights a lot growing up, and it's just, you just gotta have them, in my opinion. A comb because I have longer hair, and it's just nice to be able to have a comb to go straighten the mess out. And of course, like I said at the start of the video, a pair of pliers because you need a pair of pliers. Now I also have a 1/4-inch crescent wrench somewhere around here. I believe it's in another bag, but I'd probably swap this out for that if I needed to. But I like the wider adjustability that this has over the 4-inch crescent wrench. But I love that little crescent wrench. It has been surprisingly handy for how small it is. So that is pretty much my secondary EDC that I will keep around. I may not take it with me all the time because I live in town and I hang around town and I don't always need this stuff. But if I know I'm going to be working on some things that might need some specialty bits, or just doing something that feels, you wake up some days and it's like, I might need this today. This is my little grab kit of bare minimum basics. Now, if I know I'm going to be doing some heavier work, of course I'm going to grab a socket set or the proper tools, but this is more just the basic, you never know what little tinkering stuff that you need. This is more of a tinker set than it is a full-on workhorse. But let's pack this again, kind of show you how I pack it here. Since I use the fire the least, it goes down towards the bottom. And sure, I could put these sideways, which is great, and I can put that sideways at the top, but when I go to open it, this will fall out. So I put these vertically in here, and they line up quite nicely, like so. And then I just drop this guy down in here. Ooh, I forgot the other part of my EDC. I had it off to the side because I was using it the other day. But it is the Olight charging adapter. You pop this apart and you have your charger bit for your Baton series of lights. Just clicks to the end there, has a USB-C holder there. And when I was looking at this, I was afraid that this would not hold together well at all, but there's a little pressure pin here, and it just clicks together, and it's very, very solid. Like that is not going, you're not going to lose this on accident. So that stays here. We'll pack that in towards the very end here. The bits go together, back to back, down one side or the other, whichever I feel like I want to do today. That will go down beside it. Let's see, I might try to put this here today, see what happens. See if things go boom. If they don't go boom, that'll be great. Slip that down in there. The Rambler goes right there in that middle little pocket. That will go right up in here. It's a little finicky to get in, which is why this is kind of more the secondary light. But once you get it in, it stays in. Now yours may not fit because they may stitch it slightly differently, mass production and all that. But if it fits, consider putting it there. This little guy will just tuck right in here, coil in the rope. And as you saw at the start of the video, I just kind of had this guy sitting over here. Now that doesn't quite work because I think that Olight is getting in the way. I had this at the start of the video. You saw it. These kits are a work of art of getting them to sit flat and straight. It's like that Japanese flower art where you got to organize the flowers, but it's EDC. So I may redo this a little bit as time goes. I've only had this for a little over a week at the moment, but as you can see, that holds quite a lot. And this is the Maxpedition Micro. It does not have the molly webbing on the back that the Mini has. The Mini is a little bit bigger. I might invest in a Mini down the road, but at the moment I wanted to start small, start with the smallest that they had and work up. So I hope you found this video intriguing nonetheless, if not informational and useful. But that is my backup EDC. As you probably know, I carry a lot of stuff on hand. I carry this and the bit kit that comes with it. I carry 2 Knipex pliers, 2 flashlights, a main pocket knife, and at least 1, if not 2, Swiss Army knives. And I've been packing the compact lately. I've been tag teaming the Farmer X and the compact together as pocket knives. And then just a few days ago I brought this bad boy back out, which is the Land Knives 9401, as my main pocket knife. I carry a lot on my person, so this is just a backup of extra stuff that I just don't have the wherewithal to carry on my person all day long. But if I were, and I really need to put it in the kit, is I need a carabiner here that I could run through my belt and then just clip that to my belt and just have like a dangle pouch on the side of my belt if I wanted to carry this along more. So I'll see about adding a carabiner or some sort of belt clip to this for belt carry down the road. But with that said, and all the rambling done, thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful and informational, I'm glad it was handy. I hope it helps you build your EDC to your standards. And until the next time, farewell, carry well, and bye-bye.